Hi, welcome to the YouTube channel. I'm ready to paint my paper mache rabbit, and I really recommend acrylic paints. It really will work a lot better if you use this than any other type of paint. So this is white, and I put out black, but I really didn't need it, so I just used burnt sienna, burnt umber, and white for the rabbit. So I made a base color with the white and the burnt sienna, and I covered everything for the most part. I kind of scumbled it on because it's bumpy, and I put as much as I could, and the many layers you put on this, the better. I tend to make it kind of bumpy with my paper mache. It doesn't seem to bother me. So the first base layer, if you need to use a hairdryer, you can. So using pure burnt umber for the eyes, I'm just kind of touching my brush. I'm not really stroking it. And I'm going to move the bunny around as I paint so I get better angles for it, and that really helps too. I'm holding it the whole time and holding it pretty close to me. So now I'm going to paint the other eye, and I'm measuring it back and forth to see if they look good next to each other and just checking out the angles. So this is burnt umber and white, and then I'm going to add a little bit of burnt sienna to warm it up. And I'm going to just keep looking at my source of inspiration for the coloration that I like and the markings of my rabbit. This is a cottontail. So I like the lighter color showing through. It doesn't seem to bother me, and the dark color does seem to be mixing in with the lighter color, so I'm making a lot of different values and also kind of a feel for the hair. You can go as detailed as you want with this. I noticed the jowls were a little bit darker, so I made them a little bit darker. And I painted it pretty close to me, and then I realized I kind of needed to connect the jowls with the top part right there and smooth that out and go around the eye. The eye looked like it was kind of white, but I liked the base color there first, and it looked a little dark here. So I'm just going to look at the picture and paint what I think I see. And take your time with this, enjoy this process. It should look super cool. So the ears looked a little reddish, not the eyes, the ears looked a little reddish, so I used burnt sienna and white, mostly burnt sienna, inside it, and I'm scumbling it on, painting it on, really trying to get all those nooks and crannies. So here's my second layer. I'm going to cover everything with a mixture of burnt umber, white, and burnt sienna, pretty much everywhere, unless I see a different variation with the fur. And I'm using a pretty thick layer of paint. This is sometimes I thin it out, but most of the time it's pretty thick, and I feel like the acrylic paint will make it just last longer. So mix as you go and make different variations. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, liking, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. This will get fast forwarded with a time lapse, and you can see some of my process. And enjoy.